tell you that the Washington Wizards might not take Adrian Abanza, and they might not take Darren Peterson either. Yeah, I know how that sounds, but there's a real chance the Washington Wizards are considering someone else at the number one pick, and almost no one is talking about him, Cameron Boozer. So right now, most of the basketball world thinks this draft is a two-player race. Abanza, elite upside, insane athleticism, and Peterson, pure scorer and star potential. That's what gets clicks, that what gets highlights. But front offices don't care about height. They care about one thing: who actually helps them win long term. And according to a report, Boozer might be in that conversation. If you haven't really watched Boozer like that, here's the simplest way to understand him. He's not flashy, he's not going to go viral every night, but he might be the most complete player in the entire draft. At Duke Blue Devils, he put up 20 points, double-digit rebounds, and strong playmaking numbers as a freshman. That's not normal, but the stats don't even tell the full story. He makes the right read, he defends, he splits the floor, he rebounds everything. He plays like someone who's already been in the league for 5 years. Here's where things get uncomfortable for Wizard fans. Do you take the guy with the highest ceiling or the guy with the lowest chance of failing? Because those are not always the same player. Abanza might become a superstar. Peterson might become a superstar. But Boozer, he feels like the guy where you say, at worst, he's really, really good. And teams mess this up all the time. They chase upside and pass from the guy who just knows how to play winning b-ball. Boozer's game has been compared to players like prime Kevin Love. And if you zoom out, his impact style is similar to guys like Tim Duncan and Nikola Jokic. Not saying he'll become like them, relax, but the way he controls the games, that's what Boozer does. No wasted movement, no forced shots, just winning basketball and just efficient. And that ages very well in the NBA. Now here's where things get really, really interesting. If the Wizards don't even take him at number one, what if they trade down? Think about it. If another team is desperate for Abanza or Peterson, the Wizards could move back and still draft Boozer and pick up some extra assets. That's exactly what the Boston Celtics did when they traded down and still got Jason Tatum. They changed their entire franchise. But let's be real, this is a risky move, because if you miscalculate on Boozer and he gets taken before your new pick, you look like a complete failure. So if the Wizards take this route, they have to be 100% sure. Now, let's not act like this is a perfect pick, because there is real concern. Does Boozer have that takeover, give me the ball superstar gear late in games? Because Abanza, he does. Peterson, he definitely does. So if Boozer tops out as more as a perfect second option, is he worth the number one pick? That's the gamble. Now, people have been saying his athleticism, and those are one of his biggest concerns. Yes, I understand that. But let's be real. He has athleticism. Let's not act like it's not there at all. Because, yes, he may not be a flashy dunker like Abanza, but he can still get up there. And there's other concerns about, does his game translate when everyone is bigger in the NBA? Because he did play bully ball in college. And here's my take on the whole thing. Yes, his game may not translate, but he can slim down. And that will give him some of his athleticism back. So let's not say that he is completely unathletic like Keaton Walker. A lot of fans will say, take the best player available. But what that really means, take the player I recognize the most. That's not the same thing. But if you actually study winning teams, they're not built on hype. They're built on decision makers, defenders, and players who don't break under pressure. That's Boozer. He's coming from a winning culture. He's won in every stage of his career. And the Wizards need that as they're transitioning into a winning era of basketball. So the question really isn't, is Boozer good enough? The question is, are we smart enough to recognize what winning actually looks like? Let's look at history. Every few years, there's a draft where teams overthink the fundamentals. They chase upsides, they ignore the polished player, and they regret it. I'm not saying Cam Boozer become Tim Duncan or Nikola Jokic. Those players weren't hyped or flashed either. They dominated with control. And that's the lane Boozer's in. Even like comparisons like Al Horford don't fully capture his offensive upside. Now let's get specific. Why does this matter for the Wizards? Because look at where they are right now. No clear identity, no foundational system, no defensive backbone. The Boozer fixes all three immediately. He gives you structure, and he gives you and structures what bad teams lack. Devanstor or Peterson might give you highlights, but Boozer gives you a foundation, and foundations win long term. So here's the uncomfortable truth. Devanstor is an exciting choice, Peterson is a scoring choice, Boozer is the winning choice. And those are not always the same thing. Wizards don't need talent, they need direction. And Cam Boozer might be the only player in this draft that guarantees it. So I'll leave you with this. If you're running the Wizards, don't take the player who might be do you take the player who might be a superstar or the player who most definitely helps you win? Because those are two very different bets. Let me know what you think, and make sure to like and subscribe for more daily Wizards content.